This is another version of the chapter called The Christ Light. It's in the Real Worshippers in the Understanding series by Lillian the Waters. The time for thinkers came and has passed. Quote, and the time has come already when the real worshippers will worship the Father in spirit and in reality. For these are the worshippers that the Father desires. God is spirit, and his worshippers must worship him in spirit and in reality. John 4:23-24, Moffat translation. Through various ways of worship, finally we come to the door with a capital D. Yet here everything must be left on the outside in order that we can now experience the within as all sufficiency in itself. All on the outside we know to be temporal, but the things of the within to be eternal. 2 Corinthians 4:18. None can take the things of the outside into that of the within. His formula, church, textbook, teacher, friend, relative, all must remain without. One comes alone. Yes, the price is high, but oh, the glory of the reward. To be free from worry, fear, suffering, disease, inharmony, and unhappiness is surely worth any price. Yes, we enter alone. There is no other way. I, Spirit, am the way. The world which we contact within is the only one there is. Here, creation is not expression, but is life itself. We find God, reality, to have been with us all the time, yes, even our very being. To Jesus, spiritual was all, nothing else mattered. His Father was spirit, his life was spirit, he was spirit. Only in following this Christ light shall our hunger and thirst cease. And as we worship here in spirit, we find, quote, the world, the flesh, and the devil to have no meaning. Until one has had some taste of reality, his understanding of life is necessarily intellectual or theoretical. None is known to have entered into the experience of the purely spiritual unless he is spiritually minded. Romans 8:6. The reason why the world knows so little about spirit and reality is because it has experienced so little of it. It has been content to change things about in a body and mind and to enjoy what little it can in a human existence. If we would experience revelation, then we must part with all that keeps us from it. The greater our love and devotion for the perfect as already established, the more frequent will be the times lived in illumination. One can have as many changes in consciousness as he will, but none of them will bring him direct divine illumination, because truth is to be known through truth and not through change of any kind. When the gracious invitation went out to many to come to the great supper, saying, quote, come, for all things are now ready, Then all began to make excuses, and in today's language it might be like this, quote, I must first do my mental work, go into the silence, attend to certain religious duties, consult my book or teacher, read Luke 14:16-27. Read also about the required, quote, wedding garment in Matthew 22:1-14. When the call comes, no one need pause to please or fight for his particular church or prayer book, since, quote, there shall not be left one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. Matthew 24:1-2. The Christ way is destined to be the one and only. Christ's light and revelation is its own church, its own royal power and glory, its own light and understanding, its own peace, joy, and happiness. In profuse and dramatic parables, Jesus pointed out that heaven exists as the eternal and established fact, and that it is even now as close to us as our own being. He pointed out that there was no way to it, only to leave all for it, and without any labor or effort, but in spiritual love and alone, he would find himself worthy of it eternally. Moreover, he pointed out that the way of spirit is always simple and easy, without work or strife. Quote, he that is not with me is against me, and he that gathereth not with me scattereth abroad. Matthew 12:30. Greater demands are made upon us all the time. In the light of the real, we can now see that what is termed evolution of mind or consciousness, which seems to take place subjectively and objectively, is but our realization of that which we eternally are in the realm of the real. Here all is finished, without cause, effect, or result. In the real, we are even now all that we shall ever become. We come into the spiritual revelation gradually or by degrees, and it is this constant revealing of the perfect which seems as an endless chain of cause and effect, while in the world of the real we know all events to be the unchanging reality. We know that here perfect body exists now, as well as perfect mind, soul, life, and being. Here we are all that is, since all is in each, and everything, everywhere, is the eternal one. Those who think the one body to be the objective appearance they wish healed had better discover their mistake right now. The real and true exists with no need of healing or changing whatever. Nor is the illusion in the appearance. For instance, if one is looking at a rope and in the dusk mistakes it for a snake, the illusion would certainly not be in the snake. The illusion would be in the way one interpreted the rope. The rope, of course, would remain the same all the time. The whole of the Bible tells that the darkness, veil, or covering is the way that we misinterpret and misunderstand the perfect, the complete, and ever-present kingdom of God within. In the illustration, the rope and the snake have no connection, no relationship. All that is necessary is to see the rope as it is. The objective material appearance of the body is never the fact, nor is it real in itself. Yet it will continue until we see reality as it is. It is written that Jesus healed all manner of diseases and even raised the dead. But it's not written that he took away the material appearance of the body from anyone. Evidently, the people went about as before, were sick again, and died. Our body, as it is, can be seen to spiritual sense only, and is as real and tangible to spirit as the present appearance is tangible to the human sense. The objective appearance need not be denied or denounced. When changes in appearance come about through changes in thought, the healing often is transitory. But when healing takes place because of inner illumination, wherein one sees reality as it is, then the healing is permanent, and spiritual peace, love, and harmony are known and understood. Many letters are written me recently from the readers of these lessons, testifying to their great freedom, happiness, harmony, and understanding. It is written, quote, "They that are in the flesh cannot please God." Romans 8:8. This refers to those who believe in the external, material appearance as the one and the only. Again, we read, quote, "Though after my skin worms destroy this body, yet in my flesh shall I see God." Job 19:26. Many people today love to quote this verse, for to them it means that God actually exists right in every objective cell of their material appearance. It means no such thing. The rope does not exist in the appearance of the serpent, but in the rope only. Yet, while one stands in this illusion, it is possible for the illusion to vanish, and before him will be the rope itself. So here, where one appears to be absent from the kingdom and busily at work mentally to bring it to him, it is possible for the illusion to leave him through an experience in illumination or revelation, and lo, the material appearance of body has utterly vanished to him. And though living apparently in this world, he will see and experience the body as it is in spirit. Quote, "And the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us." John 1:14. The reality of the real was objectified materially before us in this world. Yet it was never of this world, nor of materiality, any more than we are. It was always of reality and truth, and so are we. Jesus proved all ways of the flesh to be futile and less than nothing. To him there was nothing true but truth itself. There was nothing real but reality itself. And there was no way to life but to be that which is life eternal. It is the appearance of materiality, which is not the real, and of course it is this which is put into the grave. The body, in its perfect spiritual reality, remains with one forever, since in spirit he and his body are one. Follow the advice, quote, willing to be absent from the body, false sense of body, and present with the Lord, the purely spiritual sense of body only. 2 Corinthians 5:8. Inasmuch as one's objective appearance changes with his changed beliefs, it has come to be accepted quite generally that the body is but one's expression of consciousness, and so the only way to experience a perfect body would be to advance toward it through development and changes in consciousness. This is a colossal illusion. Let me assure you that your perfect spiritual body will never arrive through any changes whatsoever. If it does not now exist, it is certain that it will never exist at all. One bit of spiritual illumination would free you entirely from the belief that you have now or ever had a material mortal body. Accept your body as it is in spirit, and you will receive the healing which you so long for. And beside this, you will then know that never have you had a material body, regardless of any and all appearances, and that the perfect body you have in the kingdom of heaven within you is the only body there is or ever can be. We are to see the self, body, and universe as they are in the spiritual world of reality, heaven. And seeing this with clear spiritual vision, the illusion leaves us. And when we look again at the objective, we find all trace of sickness gone, not because we have changed consciousness, but because we have experienced reality. The more complete our illumination, the more instantaneous the healing. This is the Christ healing, the raising of one's vision to the eternal reality, here to see, know, and experience the perfect as it is in the kingdom within.